How have major contract disputes influenced legal precedents? Imagine a business deal gone wrong that changes how courts look at contracts forever. Major contract disputes do just that. They shape the rules everyone follows. When big disagreements happen, courts step in and make decisions that set new standards for how contracts are understood and enforced. These decisions are called legal precedents. They help decide future disputes and guide how businesses write contracts to avoid problems. Starting with the basics, a contract needs an offer, acceptance, consideration, and mutual intent to be binding. Disputes often happen when one side claims these elements were not properly met or performed. When courts resolve these fights, they clarify what counts as a valid offer or acceptance, or what consideration is enough. For example, if someone promises to buy a car for a certain price and then refuses to pay, courts look at whether the contract was clear and if the buyer truly accepted the offer. One big area influenced by disputes is the duty of good faith and fair dealing. This duty is usually implied in contracts, meaning both sides are expected to act honestly. Courts have expanded this idea in major cases. They now say that even if a contract says a party can end it, for any reason, they still must act honestly and not mislead the other side. This means businesses can't just terminate a contract to harm the other party without a good reason. These rulings make companies more careful about how they exercise their rights and help prevent dishonest practices. Another key point courts have clarified is what happens when someone breaches a contract. Disputes have shown that breach doesn't just mean refusing to perform. It can also mean making it impossible for the other side to do their part or acting in a way that undermines the contract. For example, if a supplier stops delivering goods without a valid reason, courts see that as a breach. These decisions help businesses understand what actions are considered breaches and how they can protect themselves. Disputes involving government contracts have also shaped legal rules. Courts have set standards for how disputes are handled when the government is involved. They clarified issues like which court has jurisdiction and how contractors can make claims. They also define the rights of the government to audit contractors on fixed-price contracts, which are contracts that set a specific price for services or goods. These rulings help contractors know what to expect and how to stay compliant. When it comes to remedies, courts have reinforced that damages are the main way to compensate for breaches. They often award money to cover direct losses, and sometimes even punitive damages if the breach was especially bad. Courts also stress that injured parties must try to reduce their damages and file claims within certain time frames. These rules influence how companies pursue or defend against contract claims. All these court decisions influence how lawyers and businesses draft contracts. They stress clear terms about performance, termination, and dispute resolution. They also reminded everyone to act in good faith throughout the contract. This helps avoid costly lawsuits and ensures contracts are enforced fairly. In short, major contract disputes have shaped legal rules by clarifying what makes a valid contract, how breaches are judged, and what remedies are available. These decisions help make contract law more predictable and fair, guiding how businesses create and follow their agreements.